Hi, I'm Dr. Zach Prather, and this is House Call. Well, welcome back. Kabbalah 1, Course 2. We're going to jump right into it like always because we don't have much time here on YouTube. Today we're going to start on the second part of the class, which we had a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully it's going to become clearer and clearer to us what our reason for being here is and how to gain control over our lives. We're going to start the class this time by reading from the work of one of the most renowned Kabbalists of our time, Rabbi Hashlag. I'll let you know a little bit about him. Rabbi Yehuda Lav Hashlag, known as the Baal HaSalam, the master of the ladder, taught the works of the Kabbalah within the context of conscious work of self-transformation. He perceived the great works of the Kabbalah as being both descriptions of the cosmic reality of the higher worlds down to this world, and as being the inner roadmap for the soul. He named his commentary on the Zohar the ladder, as he saw it to be a ladder whereby the soul may ascend, rung by rung, back to unity with the Creator. He gave over this inner teaching in his lifetime as oral discourses to his students, helping and guiding each one of their paths according to the yearning of their individual souls. So I would think the best thing to do is dive right into this first part of the lesson. We're going to be going over this for the next 2 or 3 lessons actually. So we're going to read now. Right and left and the bride in the center. These are the basics, once again, of the Kabbalah. Like most of Rabbi Bach's essays, this one begins with a selection of writings from his father's commentary on the Zohar. It is written in the Holy Zohar, "Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak. Hear, O earth, the words of my mouth." Rabbi Yadahua opens the discussion. "I opened for my beloved, but my beloved avoided me. Passed by. My soul went out of his world. I searched for him, but I didn't find him. I called him, but he didn't answer me." What is written prior to that? "I am asleep, yet my heart is awake. The voice of my beloved is knocking. Open to me, my sister, my wife, my dove, my innocent one. For my head is filled with dew. My locks are filled with droplets of the night." The community of Israel replies, "I am asleep. I am asleep. Asleep to the mitzvot of the Torah since the time when I walked in the wilderness. Yet my heart is awake to bring them to the land, to make them statutes, since all the mitzvot of the Torah are found in the land." Now this is a pretty interesting passage, to be perfectly honest with you. And it brings us to, what can we learn from this? It appears that they're dealing with 2 opposites in one subject, so let's get right on to it. So, the attribute of loving kindness, which is called chest, is called the right-hand line. Loving kindness implies that a person wants to relate to others only with loving kindness and does not want anything in exchange for his or her kindness. He or she yearns only for the love of God and does not care about their own self-interest. The person's only aspirations are to give pleasure to the Creator. But for him or herself, they are satisfied with only the bare minimum. It is not important to the person what he or she gains for themselves, namely whether or not they experience the goodness of the Torah, or of prayer, or of mitzvot. Rather, he or she is happy with their lot. This is the case here in spirituality. A person makes an accounting with himself, or with herself, and says that he or she believes in the divine providence applying personally and that everything comes from God. That is to say, it is the Creator who gives to him or her the idea and desire to be a servant of God and to practice Torah and mitzvot. Now we're going to get to what Torah and mitzvot is. So it's if you don't quite understand it, don't let it throw you off here. Even though they may not experience the light within them, despite this, the person does not consider this to be important, but says that it is sufficient for him or for her to be able to carry out God's commandments. This alone is as satisfying for the person as if he or she had made a fortune. Think about that. Even if the person does not have a grasp of the greatness of God, nevertheless, he or she is satisfied with what they have and believe that they have been given a gift from heaven and that they have been given the idea and desire to do God's work, whilst he or she sees that this gift was not given to others. On the contrary, the total of others' aspirations are to minister to their material notions, that is to say, to find favor in the eyes of their fellow man, or to gladden their bodies in just the same ways as animals do. This is not the case here regarding this specific person, as there has been given to him or to her the idea and desire to serve the Creator. So the man or woman is surprised and thinks, who am I? And what could my special worth be that the Creator has chosen me? This is just as we say, blessed are you, O Lord, who chooses his people Israel with love. We bless God who has chosen us in that he has given us both the idea and the desire to perform the Torah and mitzvot. Therefore, when the person as an individual considers that others do not have the same desire for Torah and mitzvot that he or she has, then they say, blessed are you, O Lord, who has chosen me to use me more than he uses others. So, as we see, we're starting to find out now the principles of Kabbalah and how we're going to apply these principles into our lives. Now, because we only have 5 minutes, I'm really sorry that we can't cover a lot, but this is a lot to think about. So play this over again, think about it, and lesson 3 will be coming up in a couple of days, and we're going to continue on with this. So I wish you peace, light, happiness. I'm Dr. Zach Prophet.